Hello again everyone, we have found a new skip, much like the skips in chapters 4 and 7. There's a thing in the corner because I forgot to show this. No matter how fast you're going in this game, if you grab, you will instantly stop. You'll also take a small step forward, which is important here. On the ground up in front of me there's a fence. There's an invisible wall above the fence that goes up pretty high. If you can land on that fence, you can get out of bounds here pretty fast. So the fastest way, as far as I know, to do this is to kick off of that wall, turn, and then grab. So you stop right here. This is pretty hard, and it's ridiculously silly. If you don't do that grab, you'll have too much momentum, basically, and you'll just fall off. There's a shorter invisible wall over this fence, which I just decided to show you because I missed it the first time. And from here you can get down to the streets. Because over here, there is a gate that we need to get on the other side of. Which it has no collision detection, so yeah. Other ways to get up here. This is the most consistent way for me to get up on this building, by the way, that I just did there. But there's a few other ways you can get out of bounds here. This is an easy one, but it's 14 or 15 seconds slower than the kick grab way. So you can kick off that wall and then just run over to that gate. That way's pretty slow. There are better ways that I'm about to show you. Third way to do it is once you're up here above the barrel and the door and stuff, you can stand in between these air conditioner units and point your reticule at that box to the left of the gate down there. Then you can just run forward, jump, and if you have the right speed and stuff, you'll land right here on the invisible wall. If you roll off of the invisible wall, you can make it down to the streets that way too, which is good. Another way to get down there is to stand on the corner of this building, and then when I do it, you can point your reticule at the corner of the awning, like right there. Side jump, and you'll land on it. That way is pretty consistent too. This is the way that I'm going to do it though, because it is 100% consistent, and you can do it pretty fast. If you get up here, and then turn around on the ledge, and then jump, you'll land on it. And if you roll off, like I said, you'll make it down here. And then you can go right to the fence. Now for the actual skip, once you're down on the streets, you go to the other side of this gate. You go inside this door in the building. Now in the middle of this building, there is a hole that you can fall down. I'm pointing at it. Don't go over there. Trust me, you don't want to do that. There's a wall in here. We need to get on top of this for the skip. Well, you can do this. This way is kind of slow. You can also get a speed vault on there if you aim it right, which is a couple seconds faster just from skipping the slow animation there. There is another wall on top of this one that's pretty short. That's how I get on top of it. I do a wall climb and then side jump on it, just to show you that there's actually another invisible wall here. If you move down here, yep, I fell down a little bit. You need to be on top of the higher one. So once you're on top of the higher one, you can run along it to the end of the building. There's a window here. That would be a window on the other side. And if you keep going, you'll fall down into nothing. But there is also a loading zone there. And if you jump off the wall and then pause, and then you pause, it'll load a room around you because you've entered that loading zone. This is the factory room later in the level. Once you're in here, you can just go the normal route, find the button to turn on the conveyor belts. Console and PC have different routes for this room. This is on PC right now, so you can press this button up here through the wall using the slide glitch. And that's it. On PC, if your computer loads fast enough, you can actually, and you use reaction time, you can do this without having to pause the game. I still got a heavy landing, of course. And now this is on console. And this is showing the route for console. If you pause, by the way, you can have it load you inside of the wall, and then you can jump right over to this, which is really good for console. This skip definitely saves more time on PS3 or Xbox because the route is different, and using the skip puts you on the console route. Whereas on PC, you have to go over to the first room to do the PC route. So on console, this saves more time than on PC, which is cool. And then now I'm going to show the actual skip compared to a normal speed run. By the way, when you're jumping out of bounds inside of the building, to get into the loading zone. The angle you want is almost completely straight ahead, just a little bit left. Because if you go too left, you'll miss the loading zone. If you try it a few times, you should be able to figure it out though. So remember, the top, the small screen there is going to be doing a pretty normal speed run, a pretty good speed run too. Actually, there's at least one trick I use here that I probably wouldn't do in a normal speed run. So, I mean, I would try it, but I would probably fail it because I never actually get it on my first try. Just so you know. So, I also don't do a speed vault on top of the wall here inside the building because when I actually recorded the skip, I didn't know you could do that. So here I go for this. So just so you know the time here, because there's going to be a timer that appears once I press the button the first time. That will count how long it takes the normal speed run to get here. So this time that it will end up being will be, it'll be very variable. Because depending on the trick right now that the smaller screen is doing, that's the one I usually miss. So if I don't do that, then the skip would save a couple more seconds. If I did the speed vault in the building, that would be a couple more seconds. So it's pretty variable, really depending on how you play this level. But right in this instance, it saved almost 25 seconds. I'm guessing on PC it could save up to close to 30 seconds. On console, probably closer to 40 seconds. But that's the skip. It's pretty cool. Thanks to all the people who helped me find this in the stream, like Zero Cool, Mr. Zbaz, Z's. You know who you are if you were there. And thanks for watching. It ended. That's another pretty cool skip. So I'll upload any more if I find them.